perfection. Pick consistency over perfection. Thank you very much. That brings me to the end of my today's presentation. Please, if you have any questions, Toluwashe would handle that. Thank you so much, everyone.
Well,
Sorry.
thank you once again, Winifred. That was another powerful and even fireful session. Well, thank you so much. If you've learned something tonight, if something has resonated with you tonight, drop an emoji or a reaction in the chat box. Thank you so much, Winifred. As we continue to find our voice, we've talked about using our voice because of our time. We've talked about using our voice. We've talked about building our brand, but what is all of that without direction? So clarity is powerful, vision is powerful, and tonight we are about to step into that space. So while we move to the next session, which is the vision board, I'll call on our next facilitator, Amarachi Nwachukwu. Amarachi Nwachukwu is a management consultant and organizational culture practitioner with a background in biochemistry, graduating first class and as the overall best student of her set. She is a certified organization culture practitioner and certified Scrum Master with expertise in cultural alignment, change management, and stakeholder management. She serves as learning coordinator at the Culture Factor Africa, supporting research-driven culture and organization development initiative. Her work is grounded in data, systems thinking, and a strong interest in wellness and behavioral science. Amarachi, you are welcome. You can have the floor. Please, let's welcome her tonight for our session. Let's welcome her. Thank you, Amarachi.
Thank you very much, and thank you, Dr. Jam and She Finds Her Voice community for this privilege. I'm so honored to be here to share this session with you all. So I've actually tagged this session, I've titled it 2026 Designs with Intention, because today we'll not just be looking at vision boards, but we'll be making intentional decisions to make 2026 worthwhile for us, so that 2026 will not happen to us, as we would say in Nigerian slang. So this evening we'll be designing with intention, because intentionality actually brings clarity. And my desire is that by the end of this session, that would not just leave here with ideas of how we want this year to be for us, but we'll leave with a sense of direction. Okay, so just as we continue, but before we start to build, what exactly are we building? And we'll need to answer the question of vision. What exactly is vision? So vision is the ability to see beyond your present reality. It's that thing that gives you clarity of direction. It's not a wishful thinking. It's not something you just think out of the blues, but it's something that gives you a sense of clarity. And just to be sure that you're not having a wishful thinking and that you actually have vision, you have to ask yourself, okay, this thing I'm thinking about, does it answer these questions? So these are questions you need to ask yourself: who I'm becoming? What matters in this season of my life? And these are questions that we'll be asking ourselves even as we go further to design our vision board. So who am I becoming? So be asking yourself, I want you to ask yourself this evening, who am I becoming this 2026? By the end of this year, who have I become? Who is Amarachi Nwachukwu by the end of 2026? And what matters to me this season of my life that I'm in? What matters to me right now? And what deserves my energy? What deserves the drive and the focus for this year? Next slide, please. Now, we need to understand why vision is very important, because like I mentioned, vision gives you clarity. It gives you a sense of direction. So once you have vision, you actually have direction for the year. And another thing is that why vision matters is that it gives you focus. So you're not rambling up and down. You have something that you're holding up to this year, and you're not distracted by whatever everybody is doing, because you have a focus of what you want to achieve by the end of the year. And vision actually produces peace, because you're not distracted. You're not looking to your left or to your right. You're not comparing yourself to other people and trying to measure progress based on other people's standard, you you already have something that you're focused on. You have clarity and direction on where you are headed to. Also, vision brings order to your life. And this is why we have to take what we are doing this evening very seriously, because as you have a clear vision of what you want to do, of who you're becoming by the end of the year, it helps you to stop chasing everything. You're able to prioritize and bring order and structure to your life. And vision helps you to build discipline. So the previous speaker had mentioned being consistent. So as you're being consistent in what you're doing, you're building discipline and able to be clear and reduce excuses. Next slide, please. So vision versus ambition. I know this, most times we kind of have a bit of conflict between these two, and we may not really know which, if we can be ambitious. Sometimes people, when you see a lady that is driven, most times people are like, this lady is very ambitious and all that. But what is the difference between vision and ambition? Now, vision gives you direction, why ambition gives you drive. So ambition is that hunger that you have inside of you to succeed. Now, vision is purpose driven, but ambition is more performance driven. So it's based on what you do, but vision is based on your why. You have a why. There's a purpose behind what you're pursuing. But ambition is based on performance, on what you do, on what you're doing. Now, vision is long term. You're looking at it in future. You'll have a future view of the picture that you have in your mind, the clarity and the direction of where you're headed. But ambition is more of short-term goals, it's more short-term than long-term, which is vision. Ambition is rooted in achievement. So it's more, like I mentioned, it's more performance. So we just want to like meet a target, have that achievement, know that you've achieved this, and you move on to the next. But vision is based on identity. And if you remember, in the last webinar last month, where Dr. Jama talked about reclaiming your voice and your vision, and she had mentioned that for you to reclaim your voice and your vision, you have to have value. You have to understand your value and self-identity, self-realization and awareness. So vision, so just so you understand that all these things are tied together. So for you to cast a vision, you have to know who you are. You have to understand your value system, have a value system as an individual. And this is what would help you to be able to cast a vision rather than being ambitious for this year, 2026. Now, another thing is to understand is that vision is about legacy. So when you're casting a vision, you're building a legacy. You're not just trying to achieve, looking for applause and all that, or validation for people. Whether people validate you or not, whether people applaud you or not, you're not after that. Remember, we said that vision actually gives you clarity and makes you to be focused, not distracted, and gives order in your life. So that's what I want us to have, that mindset as we cast our vision boards this evening. Now, which areas of our life are we going to be looking at as we design our vision board? Now, there's the tool called the Wheel of Life. Please, the next slide. Go ahead. So the Wheel of Life. So this tool, go ahead. So the Wheel of Life is actually a tool that you could use to just bring order, set goals for yourself, and it has 8 segments. So you could look at your life in different compartments. It helps you to look at your life in different compartments. And we know that having that holistic view would help us to be able to have focus. So are you a career woman? Are you a business woman? What kind of goals or what do you see yourself achieving by the end of this year, 2026? For your finances, what goals, what vision do you have for yourself at the end of this year? So in terms of your physical and mental health, how do you want to look? How do you want to look as an individual, as a lady? How do you want to present yourself? How do you want people to address you? In terms of your mental health, what are the things that you're going to do to ensure that you are mentally and you are mentally well this year? Then in terms of your family and friends, do you want to prioritize relationships? So your friends, as a mom, as a sister, as a friend, as a colleague, how do you want people to see you this year? What are the mom goals that you want to set for this year? In terms of your relationship with your significant other, your spouse, what are the goals you want to set this year? What are the visions you have for your marriage? For the singles that are not married, what are the goals you also have in terms of your marriage as well? Those looking to get married, those that are married, what are the goals you have for your marriage? What vision do you want to cast for your marriage and your family, your children? And then in terms of spiritual and personal growth, your relationship with God, how would you want your relationship with God to be by the end of this year? In terms of personal growth, what are the growth that you want, significant growth you want to see for yourself this year? Then in terms of fun and recreation, most times we are always busy, and we do not take time to actually care for ourselves, to have that retreat. So what plans are you going to make this year to make sure that by the end of this year, you are able to make sure that you take care of yourself, you have that self-care, and you're able to retreat? And then what type of contribution do you want to make to the society this year? Do you just want to be someone that keeps taking from others, but you're not going to give to, or do you want to be recognized as someone that contributes to the society? So what kind of projects do you want to undertake this year to give back to your society? It could just be volunteering and all that. So these are different aspects of your life that you could take a good look at and decide on how you want to paint a picture of who you would look like and who you want to become by the end of 2026. India, can you go to the, yes. Okay, so this is a short exercise. I want us to decide, looking at these compartments we've discussed, the different areas of our life. So what does success look like to you by December 2026? Regarding your career, regarding your business, your finances, what does success look like to you? And I would like you to pen down one clear goal that represents what success means to you. So now remember that what success will look like to you will be based on your values, will be based on who you are becoming. So I want us to just take, I believe we have a sheet of paper or pen and a book or a book beside us. So just pen down that would help us to create our vision board. I'll give us a few minutes. Give me a thumbs up if you're done with that. Okay. So for each area of your life that we've highlighted, just identify what success looks like to you. What does success look like to you? Okay, we can move to the next slide. So how do we now turn this vision to results? So for us to be able to turn this vision to result, we've identified the areas of our life we want to succeed. So we've heard about SMART goals. So your goals, you have to segment this vision now, reduce this vision into goals. So goals, I've heard about SMART goals. So your goal should be specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. And I would like to add that your goals should also be situational. So you have your context as at now, your reality as at now, your current reality. Don't use the reality of someone else, but look at the reality as at now. So it should be situational. It should be motivational. Your goal should be motivational. That means it should be something that excites you to take ownership, and you don't have to be reminded about it. And then it should be actionable. It should have clear steps for you to be able to achieve that. It should be realistic. Also, yes, your goal should be able to stretch you, but it should be something that is doable. And the last is that it should be trackable. You should be able to monitor your goals. And I've given an example of your vision. By the end of this year, you said you want to be an eloquent and assertive woman. So how do you now define a goal based on this vision? So we said it has to be SMART. So develop strong public speaking and communication skills by leading at least 5 meetings without avoidance by December 2026. So this means that when you are appointed or to lead a meeting or or you're presented with an opportunity to present before people, you take that challenge. And then how are you able to achieve this? How are you able to be a strong public speaker? How are you able to develop your communication skills by the end of the year? So you can decide to join a speaking group, have a course, public speaking course. Winifred has also given us some ideas based for the public speaking session that she had talked about. So you can go through that and think of action steps that you think you can do daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, that would help you to be able to achieve this goal and your vision by the end of 2026. Next slide, please. Now, before we go to creating and designing our vision board, we also need to know that we need to protect our vision. And how do we protect our vision? We need to write it down. So we'll be penning down and designing our vision. I've actually told us to write down what success looks like to us in previous slides. So write it down. Try as much as possible to write down what your vision is for this year. There's a popular saying that the faintest ink is better than the best memory. So don't just have it in your mind. Like I mentioned, vision is not just wishful thinking. So don't just have it in your mind. You have to pen it down. And also you have to set checkpoints. So it has to be trackable. You have to be able to monitor your vision and have it in your face every time. It should be something you keep on looking onto. And as you look to it, you are able to remember and keep working towards it and reviewing regularly and surround yourself with support. So being part of this community is also a plus to you because with time in, time out would be reminding you about your vision board, about your goals for the year, and having that accountability partner. You can also decide to have an accountability partner that would keep you in check about your vision. So ask yourself this evening, but by the end of today, who is the person that can keep me accountable? So aside from this community that you have, who else within your network can be able to keep you accountable so that you don't fail on your vision? All right, so we'll be going to the practical session. You could use the QR code, scan the QR code on the screen, or let me put the link in the chat that you could use to join so we'll be joining a whiteboard where everyone can join in. We had mentioned earlier in the group that you should keep aside pictures that represent the future you. So now we'll be using those pictures and creating a vision board of ourselves. So let's scan the QR code If you're in, please give me a thumbs up just to be sure. Okay, one person is here already. So let's scan the QR code. I would also drop the link in the... I'll drop the link so that we are able to click on it and join. So we have 15 minutes to do this. What's it? I'll use it to 10 because still continue at the end of the program. So you can click the link in the chat box to join the vision board, the whiteboard. I'll just share my screen. Winifred, can you stop sharing your screen so that I'll just share so that everyone can understand how they need to. So you can join in with your phone. Yes, I can share now. So you can join in with your phone or your laptop, whichever you're joining in with. So what you need to do is so just create a box. I'm not trying to draw. So when you go to tools, if you're on your phone, it will be on the horizontal. If you're using your laptop, it will be on the vertical axis. So just create a box. You could just take a box, choose a shape. Why is it not? Okay. So when you create a shape, just go to one corner of the screen. Please just hear me. So just go to one corner of the screen, lock it, and you can the sticky notes and just reduce it. So we'll just be working with your space. So that shape that you created, just be working with that. And when you're finished, you lock it. Whatever you do, just lock it. Okay, same. Mercy God when it's in. Is anyone having difficulty? Just so I'm not seeing my screen. If you need assistance, please just hands up. Would help. So I see Mercy Godwin. Who else is here? Okay, there's a kangaroo. You could directly go online to take your picture and post, or if you already downloaded this on your phone or your laptop, just go through the uploads and upload it. Okay. Okay, we have about 2 minutes to go. So remember that as you're creating your vision board, you're creating the person you want to become, you see yourself becoming by the end of the year. So try as much as possible to use images that reflect who you are, your identity, images that align with your values as a person. Temitope, if you don't mind, I could help you with pictures for your goal, if that's okay with you. Temitope. If you're done creating your vision board, you could download it, click on the group all the pictures and everything you have on your board and click on download selection. That way you'll be able to download everything as a picture. Okay. So I see peace. I see more. Okay, we are going to have a hard stop at 9:40. Okay, everyone, you could if you're done, you can download your vision board, or you continue at the while we round up the session. All right, Tolu, over to you. We can continue with the vision board after the session for those of us that would like to continue. They are not yet done, and download it.
Okay, thank you so much, Amarachi. Thank you for this practical session. I hope we are following, and I hope we'll complete our vision board. Even though we are unable to we might not be able to complete that on this call, we can complete it and reach out on the platform. Thank you very much. We've Our time is fast spent. I don't know if we can take one or two, maximum of two questions before we call it a night tonight. Any questions, please? Okay. If there's no question, I would love to invite Peace to the floor. Okay, I'd like to invite Peace to the floor for any announcement and our affirmation why we call it a night. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. This has been an informed public speaking training down to personal branding. Thank you, Winifred, for that session. I really learned a lot. And also, thank you, community managers, for putting up that idea of us posting on our LinkedIn page every Wednesday. The feedback from LinkedIn also, I get to see them, and it encouraged me to do more, right? And I hope everybody on this call in this community is also is geared up to do more, to put themselves out there. This platform has been put in place for us to find our voice, for us to find fulfillment, even after our career, even after our businesses, to give back to the society. Do you get? And also, thank you, Amarachi, for that wonderful training. I learned a lot, and I'll be going back to my vision board to complete it and all. Thank you so much. I learned a lot. And to everyone who made it down to this webinar, the 2.0 for 2026, I hope you learned a lot too. Please, if you do, just put a thumbs up, just give a reaction. Say thank you on the comment section. And thank you also to Dr. Jam for giving us this platform to speak up, to show ourselves even more. Thank you so much. So for announcements, I would like to let us know that we'll be having our March event, and this event is an hybrid event, physical and online event. And I trust everyone is anticipating, because the last webinar, the January webinar, Madam Phil made mention and asked that are we planning to have a physical meeting? So yes, we are bringing the physical meeting, and for this physical meeting, we'll be celebrating the International Women's Day. So just make sure you look out for the information, for the detailed information about this event. And also make sure you tell your friends, tell your sister, tell someone that you know that really needs this event. And trust me, this event is a power-packed event. Our speakers and everything, just come prepared, right? So I don't know if any other Dr. Jam, do you have any other thing to say before we read our affirmation? All right. Winifred, please can you put up the affirmation so we can all take it together?
Thank you so much, everyone, for making time to be here. So I'm going to reshare my screen right now. Just a minute, please, so we can all take the affirmation together. The She Finds the First affirmation. Sorry, I need to open my system so I don't show everything. Just a minute, please. Fantastic. Here we have it all. Beautiful. Okay. So here we go. We all see the affirmation. We all see the affirmation, please. Is it legible enough? Yeah, fantastic.
It's coming up. It's not big enough.
Thank you. Okay, is it okay now? It's big enough?
Yes, it's fine.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. So Toluwa, are you going to handle this?
Okay. So can we all unmute our mics, and as we say the affirmation together? 1, 2, 3, go. My voice matters and deserves to be heard.
I am enough just as I am. I speak with confidence. I trust myself and my journey.
Every step I take is
becoming who I deserve to be. I live with fear and welcome courage. I honor my past, but I am not I choose to and shine brightly. My forgiveness after it. My story has power and inspires me. I am to find myself at any point in life. I create strength, and impact. My uniqueness and work growing, healing, and evolving every day. boundaries with love
and
than to envy them.
use my voice to
Use my voice to lead
I'm
and
surrounded by love,
surrounded by love,
sister.
and
Love,
sister.
Woman
I'm a woman of
woman
power
of
and
power and peace. So thank you everyone for joining tonight's session. Let's look out for March session. Good night, everybody. Thank you.
Good night,
good night,
everyone.
everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you for
I'm
the
going back to my vision board.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you,
Have a good
everyone.
rest.
Have a
Bye-bye.
good
good
night.
night.
Bye.